Todd joins. Oh, Mom. We have people joining from all over the world currently. Daniel in Japan. Mom, don't wave at me. Todd in the U.S. People in Toronto. Okay. Fuck it. Should I just start reading? Yo. Okay. Maybe I just start. Oh, Mom. Yeah. Okay. Check this out. I'm just gonna start reading the first poem because, and I will get to that. Hi, Spencer's mom. Don't both of you start, please. Okay. I'm going to just start reading a poem, and then hopefully people will join, and then we'll get going. Here we go. Check this out. This is not a brand new one. This is one that people will have heard before, but I'm just going to do it. It's called Cool New Face. Is that me? Am I that? Is that a reflection, a portrait, a selfie, a doppelganger, a cheap Halloween costume? Am I based on a true story? Am I reality TV or a mockumentary? Do I look at the camera or am I the narrator? Am I having an out-of-body experience? Am I dead? Have I been dead this whole time? Is that me? The dumpster on fire? Kids roasting hot dogs and marshmallows in my fiery open mouth? Is that me? The milk crate lawn chair on a fire escape? The ankles and knees that crack like dry lips? The buzz cut camouflage on bald dudes? Am I that anxiety attack? That lullaby? That ghoul with high cholesterol? That always tired George Costanza in a stretched out funhouse mirror? Is that me? Do you see me too? That looks like me checking my bank account on my phone in the grocery store and calling my antidepressants my roommates to make heavy times lighter and wearing out all of the crotches on all of my favorite jeans in the same week. I could swear the phone books off my palms and remote viewer tea leaves and Magic the Gathering tarot cards said it was going to be different. Tap broken telephones whispering white picket fences and happy endings and less stress and drier-eyed moments of clarity. Broken telephones that talk in tongues like Satan wants to French kiss my brain. Broken watches with the uncontrollable tick of Tourette's. Broken sweat walking to the store to buy fruit punch because it's pretend healthy. Am I that? That raccoon dressed up like Weekend at Bernie's, that guy on an e-bike who thinks he's Sons of Anarchy, that late-night club sandwich pita from a 7-Eleven that you bought so you don't go home alone? Am I that dead beat of a broken snare drum, that flat tire on a bike painted white chained to the street lamp of a scary intersection, the excuses made to stay home and little spoon with your couch? Is that me? Dead bird in a puddle? Is that person eating a family-sized bag of Doritos on the bus me? Are they too confident to be me? Do I wish that was me? Is that the dream? Is that setting goals? Is that too far-fetched for a goal to set? Am I setting the bar too high to be that person eating the Doritos? Can I be that? Can I be the guy from those community college commercials that yells at you through the TV till I stand up straight and start making more eye contact and stop grinding my teeth in my sleep? Can I copy and paste a new face onto myself that's a bit more welcoming and a bit less welcome Matt? Can I even afford a cool new face in this economy? Is that me? Is that me in the corner? Is that me in the spotlight losing my religion? Am I just plagiarizing REM now? When the fuck did I start doing this? Have I been plagiarizing REM this whole time? Can I stop anytime I want to? Can I? Can I be that and not this? Can I inch towards instead of running back? Can I pause it for a bit while I catch my breath? When is the enough in enough is enough? Should I set my alarm? Do I say when? Do you? Who does? This is not rhetorical. This is not a test. When do I stop asking permissions? Why so many questions and apologies? Is that me? Is that my signature shape, shadow, and slouch? Is that the series finale, the curtain call, the Grim Reaper's pink slip, the grand clean out your desk in the sky? Fingers crossed, I'm just going to close my eyes for a bit and wish myself to sleep. Boom. First poem. Dunzo. Gonna wave to a bunch of people who join. There you go. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Waving. Can everybody hear me okay? Was the audio, did that work for that poem? Could you understand what I was saying? Is it clear? Is it muffled because of how I'm resting my phone? I see lots of nice hearts. That's very kind, but can someone give me a straight up, yeah, I can hear you? Oh, the raccoon, lol. Okay, Todd heard it. That's great. People are joining. Thanks everyone for listening. Okay, check this out. I'm gonna do the next poem. The next poem. Oh, hello, Erica. The next poem is, I was hoping this was going to be a flat earth live debate, but I like what I heard. I'll get into the flat earth soon. I sound like a feckin' dream. Thank you. That's so kind of you, Amelia. Clear audio. Perfect. Thanks, Todd. So Daniel, who is here live from Japan, he I can't hear the background music. Yeah, sorry. It's actually just a haunted house soundtrack thing that you play at Halloween. But Daniel, the comedian, designed the cover for my new book, which is currently at the printers. Hi, BB, it's P. Hi, Paul. And so Daniel designed the cover for the book, and it's called It Is What It Is. What is it? And it's great. And this is a poem called It Is What It Is. What is it? So here it goes. It sounds like this. Oof. What a lung blower. Very winded. A deep sucking oversized exhale stretched out to dizziness, to a little galaxy in your eyeballs, to polka dot cataracts, to a head in the moon, floating migraines with helium aneurysms. It is what it is. What is it? Yikes to this. Oh, bother. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. What an unwanted tingling. What static skin jobs with slimy auras and undulating birthmarks. Allergic reactions full speed ahead. A rash of maybes. Put some ointment on that. And pulsing eye twitches. Learning remorse code. When you should be sleeping, you gotta wake up early tomorrow. It is what it is. What is it? Smelling burnt out, the perfume of Detroit techno, the potpourri of repetition, the bathroom air freshener of a million yesterdays, a tincture of deja vus, photocopying essential oils. The peppermint does nothing but cause a paper jam, and it floods. God dams break, and we pray for a life jacket or a flutter board or a log so we can just, go with the flow instead of floating face down, our backs turned up to the sun like manic depressive Loch Ness monsters as the fish tanks in our chests swell to haunted bouncy castles, and one last sigh as we sink. I mean, hey, it is what it is. What is it? Boom. 2 poems down. Hi, Katie. Hi, Cody. Also, thanks for noticing this boss dog hat. It is a sick hat. So that's 2 poems down. That's the title poem from the new book at the printers currently. Daniel emailing with my publisher to get the spine measurements right, because he's a sweet, delightful fallen angel baby. Again, but an Italian accent. Okay. Next poem. 2 bangs from Courtney. Thank you so much. I appreciate you watching this while you eat dinner. Next poem. Congrats on the book. Thank you. Thank you. Do it as fast as I can. I basically do it as fast as I can. This next one, you know what? I'm going to throw this out to you, Cody. It's about being a dad. When's the launch party? And it's this spring. We'll figure that out when it happens. So this one's called Cultivating Mass. I'm just going to a little wave there. Okay, Cultivating Mass. I'm dad, I'm daddy and data, sad and happy and sad and mad and annoyed and sleepy voices. I'm the property of my son, his name's written on my tag. I'm his best friend, well, like he's mine. So if I say I'm his, it's less sad, but who knows where he's at with this ranking system and all those Hot Wheels and stuffed animals. And maybe I don't really want to see which number is next to my name, but how about this? If he wants, I'm his best friend and a guardian and a climbing wall. I am the builder of castles and Band-Aid applier and book reader. I am the snack maker. I am the hand holder and storyteller. I am a clown. I love being the clown. His laugh is my favorite song. I am ecstatic even when exhausted. Parts of my body hurt like they didn't used to. Shoulders, lower back, brain, knees, arms, heart. I am fatigued and so very lucky. I am what I always wanted but never had. I am making the most of this and growing, I hope, and learning, I hope, and adapting, I hope, and getting better, I hope. I am the pupil of the eyes of my favorite teacher. I am soft piano or light rain on a window when he needs to dream. I am a villain when he does not want to go to bed. I am always worried about him when I cannot see him and always happy when I can. I am trying to lead by example. I am evolving based on his reactions and books, and his mom, who is the parent that I have posters on my wall of like a sports hero. She dunks on fools and runs fast as trains and knocks out bullies and is a master chef even when she orders pizza. The pentagram star I draw in the mirror of my high school, in the margins of my high school science notebook, like the logos of rad bands that I wish I was in. I wear less scary heavy metal t-shirts these days because he's scared of them. He was born of encyclopedia and of comic book, of athlete and indoor kid, of cryptozoology and skeptic, of Buffy and of vampire. And I won the lottery. He's my cash for life jackpot. I am proud to the point of tears daily. I am a wreck with love, but the pieces of me that fall apart look like a kind of avant-garde sculpture, so I'm making it work. I am lucky and never forget it. I am doing push-ups these days because he's getting too heavy for me to carry around, but I love carrying him around and I hate doing anything physical, so like I hope he knows that's huge even if my muscles aren't. Dun, dun. That's poem 3, I believe. Thank you so much. Oh, little baby sister's awake now. Okay. The push-ups are alive. Fuck you. You don't know me. I'm huge underneath this cat hoodie. Everybody with tattoos are huge. Okay. So then I'm gonna do, this next poem, then I'll maybe do that brand new poem. I wrote a brand new poem right before. I'm so glad I caught this. I'm so glad you caught this too, Nelson. I'm going to do this poem, which is not new, and then I'm going to do the poem that I wrote just before. I will do the poem that someday he will hear that poem and be happy. God, I hope so. Yeah, then I'll do the poem right before we went live. I wrote a poem called Adult Braces, and no one's ever heard it before. But guess what? You guys get to today. This is not that poem. Only here for this hoodie. Brap. Oh, Marielle. Thanks for joining in from the other side of the world, kind of. I don't know where you are, in the jungle or something, according to Instagram. So this is a poem called, Can You Write a Poem on Live? Nah. But the thing I just wrote is pretty much that. Anyways, this poem is called Shut Up. We think you are great. Absolutely tip-top, amazing, beautiful, wonderful to be around, so truly interesting. And as long as we never actually speak, we can keep that story running in our head. So please just, stay the fuck away from us, you magical unicorn who could be the one, but we can't risk learning otherwise. So if you even so much as ask us for the time, we will blow a fucking gasket, you incredible, one-of-a-kind, probably special gem, you presumed needle in a haystack, you maybe diamond in whatever the fuck a rough is. We are cartoon wolves with red carpet tongues over the you we have constructed in our heads based off of social media or meeting you once like a couple years ago or seeing you across a room a few times. This is the greatest love story ever known. You are like Rose in Titanic, and we are like the door, and Jack is like, I don't know who, like maybe a mutual friend or an Uber driver, and the ocean is like, I don't know, better, healthier life choices. But honestly, it is just you, Kate Winslet, the actor, and us, the floating door against the world. And how romantic is that? Please tell me. How truly delusionally sweet of us to throw that metaphor together on the spot. What a non-weird and definitely sensual, normal thing to say. You are welcome, person whose name we don't know and do not really want to find out, because like, what if it's the name of somebody that we already hate, and then they would just, cling to you like some type of needy burr or grass-stained freckles, and we can't risk that imperfection. The stakes are just too damn high, and we can't wait to never put ourselves out there. Our lunchboxes are crowded butterfly nets, just thinking about how nice it is avoiding you in that distance keeps us as warm as the fireplace channel, and we just really need that right now. How do I wink? Poem number 4, Quattro. Thanks for listening, Concrete Jungle, New York City. Okay. what if I just do this brand new poem? That maybe is bullshit and sucks. Because no one's ever heard it before. Oh, lots of bang emojis from Courtney. She likes it. Okay. Here's a brand new poem. Bear with me. I've never read it to anybody before. I read it to myself once before I went live. And I literally just wrote this. So hopefully it's good. And thanks for listening and being my best friends. This poem is called Adult Braces. See, the thing with adult braces is that they hurt. The hurt is different on grown-up teeth, permanent ones. Not worse or less, just like a different kind of pain. When you're a kid, braces seem to make sense. Kids at school have braces if their family has money. Straightening things out often has economic factors that we don't really think about. Rapid force change isn't necessarily as bad when everyone around you is going through the same thing. And maybe you accessorize your change. You know, maybe your change matches your outfit or personality through color coordination. Kids are, for better or for worse, almost more used to braces than we think. Adult braces feel stubborn in our mouths. Or maybe it's the change we needed, wanted desperately as kids, but rent and bills took precedent when we were younger, and now you're older, and maybe you have the money for change, to unmishmash things when they get jumbled and fucked up, when it feels too crowded in our own heads, standing room only when you wish your words had a little more room to breathe. So maybe you're bigger and you have a wider wallet, or you grew up being told that you had to have crooked teeth, that you yourself are just some fucked up molar in a sea of shiny canines, or maybe you had perfect teeth growing up, but something horrible happened to you later in life. And now they're tripping all over each other. And you thank God or a job for finally being able to get this extra bit of professional help. And that rules and good for you. And I love to see you smile either way. Other grown-ups want adult braces, but they find it embarrassing. It's not a money thing, it's a comfort thing. Stuff gets stuck in adult braces. You notice things you didn't realize are there. It can take work to unstick the worst little things and make you feel ugly, make you feel differently about yourself in a bad way. And that's scary. Like, what if other people had seen this shit in my teeth for years and now I have to confront it, and a stick of gum and a quick brush now and then is just easier. Maybe whitening strips if they go on sale. Some adults are fine with crooked teeth. I think crooked teeth adds character, and I like to see an honest lineup when you laugh. But maybe the teeth are so jacked that your conversations are suffering. Maybe your teeth, cross over and step on each other's toes, and you start to wonder why certain people stop talking to you after you use the only words that could sneak through the gaps and the sharp turns. But it's not the teeth, right? It's not your teeth. It could never be your teeth. Oh yeah, some people for sure need adult braces. Adult braces are great and help a lot of people, but biting your cheek more often than normal, or your talker not being as open as some, isn't a big deal to you. And that's cool and good for you, and I hope your jaw doesn't hurt too bad from the misalignment and saying goodbye maybe more than you should. There are some really great books out there on how to single file your chewers too. Not everything needs an orthodontist. Not everybody has a bank account that an orthodontist would give the time of day to. Nobody is saying that orthodontists are the only way to change what's going on inside of you. You can uncross the wires without crossing any wires. You can take your time with adult braces. You can take them out for free from the library. Work through the pain and pushing and shoving. And if you're able to, you can talk to people about how much it hurts. How much it, fucking sucks. How you're sorry that only the wrong words were coming out before, but now your mouth is starting to look more like piano keys instead of barbed wire, tired Tetris. And now the words come easier, like pop songs played in neoclassical styles. And I don't want you to think that your teeth are holding you back, and Lord knows my teeth are fucked. And I had braces as a kid, and I talk to my orthodontist all the time, and I take meds to keep my teeth in line. I'm not a goddamn dentist. I don't know how any of this shit works, and I know everybody's different. I just want you to be happy and healthy and feel bright red hearts coming and going in a constant loop to you, a zoetrope of appreciation and affection. So just know that a little bit of pain, and I don't mean in like an S&M way, that's a different poem, but like a little bit of pain might be worth it in the long run if you can just grin and bear it. Done. Oh, wave. Wave again. So yeah, that was a brand new poem. No one's ever heard that before, so there you go. Okay, like, well, people filter in. Thank you for clapping. That's nice. The wide wallet. Yeah, I like that line too. Glad you noticed that. Katie says teeth. Okay, I don't have like what time is it? Like, I have like 2 poems left. Is that cool with everybody? Let's see. Maybe I'll find a couple little short ones that we can do right now. Okay, I'll do a couple little short ones and then that thing, and then we'll call it a night. And thanks everyone for tuning in. Appreciate it. Let's see. I'm just picking out ones that I didn't originally have set aside for this, but I'll just read a couple more since we're having fun. Let's see. Not that. Okay, I'll do this one. This one's called Risk and Reward. I am an emotional daredevil. How fresh and how fun. Watch me swim through a sea of depression. No water wings, only to dive back in when it should be done. Pool noodle in hand so that I can sponge up more misery. Lights, camera, action. I'm the evil Knievel of grown men who exclusively listen to The Cure. Behold the marvelous sight of a business casual Joe Dirt impersonator as he lights himself on fire and then tries to put it out with a bucket of gasoline. Oh, how wonderful, how spectacular. I'm the Johnny Knoxville of heartache and heartbreak. Watch as I encase myself in a solid block of ice in a wildly misguided attempt at self-care. This is both death and logic defying. 2 for 1 thrills and chills. I'm the Jackie Chan of eating chips for dinner in bed. I'm the Harry Houdini of falling too far in love and the flying Walendas of social anxiety. No one person should be able to cry so much without dying of dehydration. And yet here, before your very bloodshot eyes, is a real-life Homer Simpson, cannonball hitting me in the breadbasket in slow motion as I drink orange Gatorade. Lift the hand-painted circus tent flap, adorned with cartoonish portraits of freaks, a big canvas mock-up of me in Victorian animal pelts that kind of look like a khaki Shrek who smokes too much weed, and witness these astonishing feats for yourself. You have to read the mom one. I don't know. I'm gonna read the mom one. Okay. 2 more poems. 1 more poem than the mom one. How's that? Thanks everybody for tuning in, and I hope you had a nice time. Okay, this one's called The Truth About Ghosts. The Truth About Ghosts. My son is 5 and starting to understand death. No, good God, that doesn't mean I'm threatening him, but there's a cemetery near our house and it's big and beautiful and quiet, and we walk through it, and he's learning to ride a bike on its pathways, and he's curious, and telling a kid about death is tricky and scary because you don't want to trick them or scare them. And when I took him to the museum, I explained that some cultures have very ornate burial rites and sarcophagi. And then we went to a bookstore, and the clerk was showing us this book about Halloween and asked him if he liked pumpkins. And he exclaimed excitedly, "No, I like coffins and trains." And I was so proud that I nearly fucking fainted. And when he asks if ghosts are real, I say no, so we won't have nightmares. But I think I lived in a haunted house in my 20s, and the lying does not feel great. And the minute he can read the spines of all the books about the paranormal that line our bookshelves, he's going to flip out. Okay, gang. I'm going to read that last poem. A ghost. And this one's about... Actually, you know what? I want to find another... 1 second. I'm going to find another poem that I'd never fucking read. Okay, this is a poem that I don't know why it just popped into my head, but I'm going to read this, and then I'll read the poem by my mom, and then we'll go peace. and everyone can go onto Disney Plus and watch the new Willow TV show. Anyways, thanks for being my friend tonight. And this poem is called I Bought a New Shirt for This. A lot of people brought babies to the funeral. The priest was okay. I don't usually like the god bullies that work these things. This guy wasn't bad. I'm not saying I want him at my funeral when I die, but I think Dave would have been all right with this. Dave is the ashes in the box with the photographs and an old leather biker jacket behind it. The ashes in the box used to be a tough guy with a bushy handlebar mustache, and he was my old man's eldest brother. And after 30-odd years, the junk caught up with him and carved hepatitis into his back with a syringe shaped like a switchblade that just missed his lungs. Now he's light gray in a wooden box, stained the color of fancy, expensive floors as the bagpiper that we paid to be here waits in the wings and fixes his kilt. The saddest part are the eulogies that 2 of his kids deliver. While the other 2 kids, the ones that lived 3 provinces east of here and were all but completely ignored for most of their lives, sit in the front row and watch them like a sad foreign movie that they snuck into. They all have the same jawline and it's shaking in unison. My sister's crying to the left of me, so I put an arm around her and lasso her close. I'm attempting to comfort us both while looking like I'm strong. Hours from now, we'll be in an argument that climaxes with the all-seeing fuck yous that refuse to look at each other, then head back to the city on separate buses, and we won't speak to each other for the longest days that April knows, until we run into each other in public and the tide takes our eyes and we wonder, what the fuck just happened here? My cousin Michael sits to my right and plays with his car keys, and when he mumbles responses that the Catholic priest asks for, he sounds kind of Italian because he was raised by his father's immigrant parents. He always looks tired and bummed out. He's one of my favorite people in the room, and he talks really slowly and likes betting on horse races. Other than the rainy day Christians echoing the priests and their sloppy attempts at avoiding hellfire, all is silent. No one talks out of turn. Cooing infants chirp like crickets. Diapered coyotes with cowlicks and shiny shoes serenade one another from the balcony of their parents' laps. In the name of the Father, the Son, and my dead uncle's Holy Ghost, amen. I just have never read that poem in years. I'm going to read this last poem now. Is everyone still here? Is everyone awake still? Whew. Thanks for listening, everybody. Hope you had a nice time. And, that was a sick funeral. Yeah, it was a sick funeral. There's a lot of outlaw bikers at that funeral. It was cool. Okay. This one's called Be Good, Have Fun, and you know what it is. I love my mom so much, and every time she doesn't answer her fucking phone, I worry that she's dead and that her cats, they're like your little brothers, are eating her, and I hate it, and I wish she would always just answer and also please never die, and my little brothers would never eat your still warm body, and why the fuck am I giving that statement so much thought? I know you're older, grayer, your face has more wrinkles now than it did when I was a little kid and thought you were so tall for a mom, and now you don't even come up to my shoulder, and you're this tiny little pixie mom who dresses nice and has a nice face and a nice smile and a nice way about you, and I wish you just find a nice man in real life or on the internet and he was good to you and I liked him and my little sister liked him and you guys could grow old together and move out of your little apartment that always kind of smells like my little brother's litter box, and you went out a little bit more and you saw how great you are, because that's all I see when I look at you or photos of you or picture you in my head. And I know you do not need a man to be happy. I'm not a fucking idiot, and I'm cool if you're cool. I just hope that you're cool all the time and you're not, lonely in the suburbs watching your shows and smoking weed with my little brothers. And sometimes going to the casino with your girlfriend Ronnie, and you guys, should just be gay and take care of each other. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. And, make sure you're both always cool. And I'm so proud of you for booking a trip to Vegas together, because it is far better than the shitty casinos in Ontario, Canada. And I'm so proud of you for being such a good single mom when we were younger. And I'm so proud, and I'm so proud, and I'm so thankful, and I'm so thankful. And I should really make more of an effort to take the bus north up to you. And you like going to the Chinese buffet when I come up, because when we were kids, we did not have that much money, and it felt like the richest thing in the world to just eat as much as you want. And you love hearing about what I'm up to and always ask if I have any shows coming up and are they on weekends so you can stay out late and maybe have a drink before taking public transit back home because you won't drive at night or on highways or in the city, even though buses take forever, and you listen to your little iPod we got you and probably do little mom dances with your little mom hands, your little mom feet, and you always come to my stupid, too loud, shitty bands shows, and you're a great mom, and your mom and dad were the best grandparents I could ever hope for, and I wish they weren't dead so fucking much. I'm going to be good like you to my little dude who thinks R's are W's, but you really need to answer that goddamn phone a little bit more. Hi, Jaspreet. And that's the end. No questions. Great. Well, thanks everybody for listening to me do a bunch of poems. I appreciate it. Thank you, Kaylee. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you, Todd. I appreciate everybody. And yeah, this is great. Thanks for listening. Hope everybody has a nice night. And peace out. Woo!